friends to cancer. Losing my dad to cancer, happy to help as much as I can for the awesome cause. I have a $15 donation from JK Wong 111. Always a fan of the Ninja Gaiden speedruns. This game kicked my butt for years back in the day. Thanks for all that you do in the fight against cancer. And now we're going to cut to a commercial. We'll be back in a few. And we're live. We have a $50 donation from Julie Yopi. Hello all. Sorry, English is very bad. And I'm sorry because I'll probably screw this up. Merci à vous et à Mr. MV pour le travail fait pour ce bel événement. Germanich Rumel.
You got him?
Yeah. Okay, before we start the timer, I do just want to take like 30 seconds to illustrate one quick thing about the game that's really important. I'm just waiting for my thing to respond. Okay. Okay, I just want to show this off since I won't have time in the run, just that the jump slashing of this game, this is Ninja 5.0, the jump slashing of this game is very important, but when you land after doing it, there's a short delay. However, you can cancel that by doing what's called grapple canceling. And you can use your grappling hook to cancel it like so and totally avoid that delay. The other big thing, the same thing happens when you land from the air, but if you do that and grapple just beforehand, then you cancel that out. So obviously, those two moves together appear in like every screen throughout the run. And so each delay that's caused by not grapple canceling is 20 frames. So that can really add up, and you're going to be seeing that a lot throughout. You're not going to be seeing it, but it's going to be happening throughout the room. The other thing I just wanted to mention is that to make this more interesting, there are a few tricks in the game and special rooms that I think really look cool. And I want to try and make sure I get those. And from World 2-1 on, those are going to be appearing one per normal stage. And I'm going to be donating $5 for every trick I get. I'll try and, so potentially it's 13 levels total. It could total up to $65. I'll try and get as many as I can there, and I'll try and talk about them a bit as they come up. So all that said, you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oops. All right, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, so this is Ninja 5.0. It's like the coolest game you've never heard of. It's a Game Boy Advance title, and I don't know why nobody knows about this game, but
this is like maybe
amazing.
The rarest GBA game in the U.S. It's like $70 or $80 now. So That's probably why. It's unfortunately really rare because, yeah, it's a sick game.
It's a really solid platformer. I mean, it has this grappling hook mechanic, as Blechy was obviously illustrating throughout that, and you can use that to really speed up your progress through the stages. So if there's any like long sections of straightaway, he wants to do a long grapple. That's the fastest way through most of the sections. Otherwise, you can slide in this game too. So you'll see a lot of sliding to cover some ground. But yeah, the grappling mechanic is really precise to get the speed and often like the height that you want to make it to do some of these scores.
So the main goal of this game is you have basically 2 goals in each level. You want to open the red door, and that's how you finish the level. You need to find a red key to do that. And typically you need to get other colored keys to get to that red key. So it's pretty non-linear in that sense. And you also need to ideally rescue all the hostages. He's playing on normal, so you can actually kill the hostages, but you lose half your health if you do that. So typically you don't want to do that, but it's an option.
Yeah, at the bottom right, you can see how many hostages are remaining in the current stage, and you'll also notice in the bottom left, you'll see this level 3. You have a sub-weapon in this game. It starts off as level 1, and you have to find these power-ups that are usually carried by enemies, and that'll level it up to 3. And it does more damage the more you get. But unfortunately, when you take damage at a higher level, it levels you down. And for the later bosses in the game, pretty much Act 2 and on, the fastest way to destroy these bosses are with the level 3 power-up. So it's pretty critical that later in the game, Blechy doesn't take damage like on the final stage of an act.
Yeah, the level 2 power-up is, or sub-weapon I guess, is basically the same as the third one sometimes. You have 3 shots and they each do 2 damage each. So if you hit an enemy point blank with them, that's the same as a level 3 because level 3 is 1 shot that does 6 damage. The level 1 is pretty bad. It's just a 2 damage shuriken, so that's not something you really ever want to use. So if you have 2 or even better 3, then you're in good shape to kill bosses pretty quickly.
So that was 1-3, and now we're moving on to the act boss. So there's 5 acts and 3 stages per act, followed by a boss stage. This is the only boss that doesn't really require the sub-weapon usage. You'll see Blechy uses activated special. Okay, so that's something to talk about. Every time you deal damage, there's a little green bar in the top left that slowly fills up. That was my remarks. If you use the special while it's only partially filled, you become invincible and it slowly drains. So you see.
Sorry, one quick thing.
Yeah.
This is the first, and this very first room is the first incentive. I want to swing through this guy with a little. Well, never mind. But the idea was to swing through that guy up there with the little invincibility you do have. But I missed it, unfortunately. There will be plenty of room for nailing those incentives as we go.
Sorry. It's all right. So when you activate your special with the bar partially filled, you become invincible, so you'll see Blechy take advantage of that, even just a small bit of invincibility to pass through a section. When the bar is completely filled, it does this kind of full screen attack that does a lot of damage around you, and that's used to take down a few bosses, and it's also used to rescue hostages that are kind of out of the way. Blechy has this run incredibly optimized. A lot of these jumps and a lot of these tricks are really difficult to pull off, and it just looks really cool to see it in action.
I think you see the full special attack from the full meter twice on the run, and he mainly just uses that to get enemies that are pretty far out of the way but on the screen to kill, so he doesn't have to like maneuver through this hedge maze of a design.
So I just killed that hostage. I barely scrolled the screen off accidentally, so the guy that's carrying the hostage just kind of went back to his normal position. So I had to kill it, but whatever. The incentive for this one, as I'm traveling back through this screen in the second pass of it, I need to make a very precise jump onto like the opposite side of that platform. So let's see if I can do it when on the way back. I need to do like the entire room really well, and then the hardest part is the final jump at the end. Here it comes. Oh, I just barely missed it. Oh.
That was a good try.
Yeah.
That one's really hard too. I should have made it that.
Yeah, swinging on those like little circle things is much more difficult than it looks. Frogs were
Yeah,
nice.
not bad.
So
Not bad.
these little frog dudes, they're the only enemies that are like randomly placed in the game. All the other enemies are always in the same place, so they can be kind of annoying if you're really unlucky. Enemies do fire randomly, like basically every enemy in the game, so that's pretty much the only randomness. They can screw you over pretty hard in a few levels, but for the most part, the randomness is really low in this game, so that's really nice.
The incentive on this one will be the green room in the upper right. I want to do that extremely quickly. This is actually my favorite level because every room is goes really quickly.
Yeah, speaking of randomness, a lot of these stage hazards, like these burners and some of the lasers and the moving spike platforms, those are all fixed whenever you enter the room that has them. So there's no randomness to that. And as long as you follow a set path that Blechy has routed out, you can pass by all.
Here's the green room.
Nice.
I got it.
Nice. This
That
looks
shot is so cool.
Yeah, it's really, really deceivingly hard to shoot, precisely shoot while you're actually still grappling and like swinging around and whatnot. So that had some pretty precise inputs to pull off. Oh, wow. I'll probably have to wait an extra, yeah. Yeah.
This is just a reminder of upcoming donation incentives. We have the Hitman Blood Money with the Easter egg and glitch exhibition. And BBBB, all trinkets. Age of Empires 2, the scenario bed war. Half-Life as a hazard course. And Portal with the run type.
And those incentives are currently at $1,200 out of $3,000 for Hitman Blood Money, $2,750 out of $5,000 for blah, 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 blah. And the Half-Life training course is at $568 out of
Started off not too
$6,000.
bad.
And for Portal, Out of Bounds is winning at
That's all right.
$1,147, and Inbound is trailing at $861.
So that last boss is really random based. It's really unfortunate. Once he gets off the frog, he can do a few different things. Jumping on the frog and jumping around erratically is what you don't want to see. He just rolled back and forth, so he was pretty nice. So that was a really good fight.
Okay, here's the incentive for this one. I really want to make this swing. Got it.
Nice.
Cool.
So I think we're up to 10 now.
Yep. You
Burning
make
a hole in your
55, I
pocket.
believe in you.
What?
You make 55, I believe in
Yeah.
you.
That sequence of jumps is quite hard. Basically, to use the invincibility Duckfist mentioned before, you have to push A and B at the same time. And so that sequence of jumps, you have to be pushing A to jump, R to use your sword, basically. But you have to be pushing A to jump, A and B together to use invincibility, and then A in the air to grapple cancel. And it's a very precise, order of movements in between. What's 3-2's thing?
Let's see. Yellow
There's
swing.
this extremely difficult. I'm going to be going. I'll say it as it comes up, but there's an extremely difficult. Sometimes one frame, sometimes impossible swing that looks just absolutely incredible, and I really, really want to get it. I probably won't, but let's believe.
So if you haven't noticed, during the sliding animation, you are invincible through the duration of the slide, so you can see that Blechy's making it past these enemies quite easily just by sliding through them.
Come on. Okay. There's a backup in this stage. That really doesn't matter. But that is the first unintentional hit take, so as you can see, I went from power level 3 in the lower left to 2. After this room will be the incentive one. Oh, it's so hard.
Good luck.
Oh, I was so close.
That was really good.
Yeah, if you do it, you can swing all the way around, and the chain just carries you all the way around. So here's the backup. I mean, I got hit there, but that guy always carries that power up, so it's really no big
Not out
time
of the
loss.
way, yeah.
All right, good. I really want to enter this level with fully powered. What's the thing in this one?
3-3. No damage.
No damage. Okay. Hard level, no damage.
Yeah, this level's kind of lame. It actually has backtracking, and that's never cool. And I was gonna say never cool in platformers, but I guess it's never cool, period.
This is a hard room. Oh, that he was like
Oh,
frames
nice.
from
Okay.
destroying me.
It's really nice that he killed those ninjas because he's going to have to backtrack through them and it's just kind of awkwardly placed if they're still alive.
You'll see it one more time in this specific level, but in that narrow corridor down there, I used all 3 ways of refreshing your attack in this game.
Yeah, so while Blechy was hanging from a grappling hook, you can you fire your sub weapon at a fixed rate normally, but if you're suspended from the grappling hook and you fire the sub weapon and then release the grappling hook, you can fire immediately. In addition, whenever you land on the ground, it also cancels that cooldown. So if you're suspended from a grappling hook, you can do 3 quick shots by firing, releasing the grapple, firing again, and firing while on the ground. So we also use that strategy for a boss coming up. There you go.
There you go.
Nice. That room can be tricky. Those enemies on the bottom left are stubborn sometimes.
So we're still on track for no damage, and we're almost done with the level, so let's get her done. I swear, it's not just because I didn't want to pay $5.
It was right there.
Maybe that's a 250.
Yeah, 250. We'll say 250. So we're up to 1250.
This boss is also a little random, but usually it's fine. You can deal with him. He'll just bounce around however
The
he
second
feels.
phase when he goes into the dragon form, which is kind of annoying, but like he's going to build up a little bit of invulnerability by landing a couple of shots, and hopefully that'll let him just kind of handle anything that this guy throws at him.
Please. Just talk. Whatever. Ideally, you hit him before he starts, kill him before he starts spinning, but he gave me pretty bad luck there. You just kind of have to react to what he gives you in the end. But he spent a lot of time on the left there by me, so I couldn't really spend any time shooting lasers at him to get more stuff. So when I get down to that yellow room there, the intended route through that room is going all the way around counterclockwise. But if I get this first try, I'll do $5. And I got
Nice. Okay. That's a really tricky grappling position. You can swing up that wall. Normally, if you just stand to the far left and jump, your grapple can't quite make it all the way up. But if you have to utilize that small space to swing up and then grapple, you can skip all the junk in that room.
That's only like one of 2 actual sequence breaks in the game, I think. And the other one is one you'll see soon, and it's basically the same idea. It's easier than that one because the shaft is a lot smaller, but.
And Act 4 has to be done really precisely. It's a really cool looking act, but it's really important that Blechy makes it to the boss of this act with level 3 power. And he's actually going to stay at level 1 throughout the first 2 stages. And is going to collect 2 weapon power-ups in 4-3 that are just on the way and won't take too much time and will allow him to save a lot of time on the act boss.
Put together thingy.
no platform damage.
Yeah. So those platforms on the left there really suck. So I'll donate $5 if I don't get hit by them. It's really a. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Got it.
Okay.
Their hitboxes are absolutely terrible, deceivingly terrible. So it was one of the kind of it was one of the lamer incentives, but I couldn't think of a better one, and I just didn't want to get hit by those platforms. So. I should have made this one no damage entirely. All right, that was a really good 4-3, or 4-2 rather, hard level.
So Blechy has to be really careful not to take damage in 4-3.
After I get the first power.
After you get the power-ups, because having level 3, like the laser sub-weapon for the boss, just saves an incredible amount of time.
Nice save.
Yeah, the spiders, that was close.
So that I didn't get a first power up yet, so that damage doesn't matter at all. The first power up is at the bottom of this room. Okay, so from now on, I can't take any damage. That guy wanted to laser me mad. I messed up a little bit, but I really don't want to take damage to those guys.
Oh,
So that's actually pretty hard. I didn't take damage. Okay, I gotta be quiet. This is the hardest room of the level. Should be okay. That guy was
Very nice.
That guy was the potential ender.
that climb is really annoying.
All right, I did it.
Very nice.
Now I just need to get the.
You can quick kill on this boss by hiding in the top left corner and dropping your invincibility while you nail him with these level 3 like laser attacks. Otherwise, he's flying around all over the place, and it's a really annoying fight.
Got it.
Nice. All right. Great Act 4.
Yeah, if you don't have level 3 on that boss, it's a train wreck.
So this is the most luck-based level in the game. If I get it first try, $5.
Yeah, you have like 1 million cycles to make on this level, and there are 1 million enemies trying to shoot you. And again, the shot patterns are basically random in this game, so many enemies can just ruin everything.
And while the positions of the permutations of the lasers are all fixed from the time you start the stage, just enemies can kind of just halt your progress, and before you know it, you have to wait a few seconds for these lasers. Yeah, these like oscillating lasers are kind of the theme of Act 5. They're pretty much all over the place.
I did everything that was hard, so
Perfect.
That was
kill
good.
this idiot.
Very good. So,
Close enough.
That was it.
Yeah.
That never happens, so I'm really happy
Nice.
that I was able to first try that stage. Okay, and this one I just need to, there are a sequence of slides, very precise. I need to make it past that robot.
oh
I'm
no!
just gonna redo it. And then
Okay.
if I do it this time, another
He
250.
needs to land on top of that little moving like Roomba guy. All right.
Roomba, nice.
Yeah.
It does look like a Roomba.
Yeah, a little bit.
Other than that, this stage is kind of a gimme.
And you have to sit here and wait for these ninjas either way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like I can't kill them faster. I just need to kill this guy and get out. Oh, and I didn't do that.
Yellow guy's coming.
So here's the last real stage of the game.
This is one more boss, or the final boss.
Yeah.
So what I want to do here is I want to 3-cycle him, and if I can, I'll $5.
So after doing a certain amount of damage, he's guaranteed to go into this in this phase where he disappears and does this dragon stuff. But you can actually deal a little bit more damage than required for him to actually go into that phase by. Before you actually reach that damage amount, you want to pass through him and force a turnaround animation and land 2 more hits.
Like, I'm gonna wait for him to do something. This teleport thing sucks.
This guy, oh, you can't even.
No, I gotta.
In any room. There we go.
Okay. Ah, no, I didn't get it. So he's up there. Yeah, I got bad luck. It probably happens like 20% of the time. 20% of the time. Oh my god. That'll
Just
finish
enough,
him.
just
So
enough.
it'll be a 4-cycle. But yeah, I mean, he on that 3rd cycle, he sometimes just teleports more often than normal, and that makes it a lot harder. When he just walks and does his normal stuff of either sorting you or turning around if you're on the other side of him, then you can do it. Final stage of the game.
Got a
I wanna
Super
get-
Metroid style escape here.
I'm gonna redo
Just,
that.
just tons of lasers and burners and really precise grappling here. And Blechy is actually going to donate an extra 5 if he can get this in 60 seconds or more on the clock.
Get ready for time. Whatever, it's fine. No, it's not. I gotta safe it. So these things 2-shot you. I'm not gonna get this, unfortunately, but I just want to finish. Please finish. Please finish. Please finish. Please finish.
There you go.
Okay. So time. Okay. Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm honestly good with that. My record is 21-51, but I mean, this was a pretty good run. I got to show off a lot of stuff. Very, very hard game, so I'm really happy with the way that went.
You just doubled the price of this game on eBay. Congratulations.
I'll have to tally everything up. I think I'm down maybe $30 or so, but happy to do it. And it'll be going towards killing the animals.
Blechy's the only runner in this game currently,
Yeah.
so you guys should change
Come join
that.
me.
This
Come
game
here.
is really good. It's
Yeah.
really deep and just all around.
Everyone
great
should
run.
play this game. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Taz is great. The Taz is 16-something minutes, but the grappling is really hard. So it's just the type of game you'll never master Taz. But I want to try and get maybe like low 21, I think might be a high end time. I'm going to try and push it as much as I can. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good job, man.
Good stuff.
What's that? Killing the animal.
Up next, we have Mark of the Ninja, run by Railcoon. All right, for those of you just turning in, this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. Your speedrunning marathon. All donations are going to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, a nonprofit in support of cancer prevention, research, education, advocacy, and outreach programs. We have a $25 donation from Nostalgia. Great run and commentary from Blechy. Had to donate. $50 donation from Ryan TTB. For those affected by cancer and those who haven't, I strongly suggest reading A Fault in Our Stars. Thanks guys for the great runs. VVVVB. A $40 donation from Genocidal. Good luck on the run, Blechy, and shout out to the rest of the hashtag blind crew. Shabango. Let Blechy and Boney each put $20 where they want. We have a $15 donation from Zephoria. Great thing you guys are doing here. Too many people suffer, and you guys are making it so much better. This is a shout from the Saber Squad and NGT community. GG ADGQ 2014. We have a $50 donation from Whitjin. Thank you for running these marathons. You are doing great work. My wife lost her uncle just yesterday to cancer, so this is very timely for us. I congratulate you all for